Perfect. All right, today we're talking about hyperbolas, right? We talked about parabolas last unit with quadratics. We talked about circles. We talked about ellipses yesterday. Today, talking about hyperbolas. So, talking about finding vertices of hyperbolas, giving equations, talking about graphing hyperbolas. Right, this is probably the hardest thing we're doing all unit. It's really not that bad though. Promise. So, a hyperbola, conic section consists of two vertices and asymptotes. Our pictures, guys, are going to look a little bit different. So we're going to have asymptotes on our pictures. But we're also going to have a box that we make to draw those asymptotes. Alright? So, it's almost like two parabolas that are facing each other. Right? We've drawn parabolas before. We're not going to do 1 over 3 up. These will be a lot easier. Alright? So it's going to be two different pieces on our graph. We're going to have vertices. Still going to have co-vertices, but we're not going to call them co-vertices. So, the equation looks similar to ellipses, except we have subtraction there. Right? We said with an ellipse, we had two different denominators. We had addition, and it was equal to 1. With hyperbolas, we're doing subtraction equal to 1. Alright? So, if our x term comes first, because it's subtraction, our a squared can be determined. A squared is always left, b squared is always right. Which way it opens is going to determine which one comes first. Alright? So if x squared comes first, it's going to be like it's horizontal, it's going to open left and right. It's going to open along the x-axis. If y squared comes first, we're going to open up and down along the y-axis. So instead of it being x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1, it's now flip-flopped. Y squared's first, it's opening up and down. Make sense? Yeah, not a problem. Does that make sense? Q. X squared's first, which way is it opening?
The horizontal way.
Horizontal way, left and right.
Alright, Mitchell, you can turn off the whole thing now.
Good guy. The whole thing, yeah. Good guy. Yeah. Alright, y squared first, so it's opening up and down. Alright, vertex at 0, negative a, 0, a. Any questions so far?
No.
Pretty easy so far, right? Here, Patty.
Did you like the joke that Quentin made about the sleep thing?
No, they're not.
It was a question.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
thought it'd be a time to shine. Like,
Yeah, great.
No, I was not making a joke. I'm just tired.
Killing me, man. Alright, so,
I'm killing.
guys, when we graph hyperbolas,
you're on fire today.
Why do you know?
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and every unit, we,
Yeah.
just not
We're
this unit,
supposed-
just
we're-
not this unit. I was like, we did it once, I
We're
think.
supposed to. Alright, hey guys, let's reel it back in. Graphing hyperbolas. So first thing you do, determine it opens up or down, left or right. Right, we said we had to see, does x squared or y squared come first? Well, this one x squared comes first, so it should open left to right, horizontal, right? You think about x-axis, it goes left to right. So if x is first, it's opening left to right. If y is first, up and down. Find a and b and make the box. So, a squared is always our first number with hyperbolas. Ellipses, it was the bigger number. Hyperbolas, it's always the first number. Okay? So a squared equals 16, which means a is going to equal 4. So a equals 4. B squared equals 4, so b is going to equal 2. Good. So, then it says make the box. What it means by that is 4, my a is under x. So I'm going to go from my center, over 4, put a point, over 4, put a point. Right, that was my x value. 2 is under y, so I'm going up 2, down 2. So we're going to plot those 4 points, and we're going to make a dashed box through those 4 points. So it's going to be, we're not going directly through them, right? They're in the middle of each side of our box. So we're making a dashed box. Now you should use a straight edge for this. Just like we should use a straight edge to draw all of our lines, right? So we're connecting the corners, extending them. What's going to happen here? Where's my stuff? Alright, so I'm going to draw asymptotes as diagonals through the corners. They will go all the way through my graph. Alright, so through the corners, I would take a straight edge. Draw right through. It's like diagonals, but extended all the way through your graph. Those are what we call asymptotes. Does anyone remember what an asymptote is?
Funny word.
I remember I knew the word and you had to say let's go.
So, an asymptote means that our graph is going to get really, really close to those lines, but never actually touch it. It cuts that line off. It tells it where it can't go past. Alright? So, the vertices are always our A value here. Right? So if x was first, it's going to be A0, negative A0. So it's going to be 4, 0, negative 4, 0. Does that make sense? Because x was first, we have 4, 0, negative 4, 0. Then the last thing we're going to do is graph our equation. So because these are my two vertices, I'm going to take and I'm going to draw really close to those asymptotes. And that's going to be one side. That's my second side. And that's my hyperbola right there. Guys, why do you think we use dashed lines for the asymptotes and dashed lines for the box? Because it's not included, right? So we're always using dashed lines for asymptotes, always using dashed lines for our box. Now, a lot of times people tell you not to put dots there. I'm not going to mark it wrong if you put a dot there because it's helping you draw your box in. A lot of people say don't put them there because they're not actually part of our graph. Just know that those are not the vertices. Alright? I want to get a hiccup there. Alright. Is that funny, Jalen?
No, it wasn't.
Go to sleep, Quentin.
Can I?
No. Alright, guys, any questions on that? Any questions? Alright. Next one. Y squared over 4 minus x squared over 16 equals 1. So, which way is it going to open, Billy?
Up and down.
Billy.
I was gonna guess that anyway.
Okay, Billy. I was going to say that. Not I was going to guess that.
Everything's a guess with Billy.
Up and down. Alright, so, Mason, what's my a squared value going to be? 4, right? Remember, with hyperbolas, when it's that subtraction, it is not always the bigger number. Not always the bigger number. It's the first number. B squared is 16 then. So B is 4, A is 2. Alright? So B is 4, A is 2. Same thing, make the box. I'm going 2 on my y-axis, up and down. 4 on my x-axis, left and right. It's going to be the same box, but it's, no, that's right. Right? My b value is under x. I'm going 4 along my x. I'm going 2 along my y. What's wrong with that? It's the same box. That's fine. It's going to be different. I promise. It'll be different. It's going up and down this time, right? So, when I draw my asymptotes in, and we're using a straight edge. So I've drawn in my asymptotes. Where is my vertices? Right? 0, 2, and 0, negative 2, because my y value was first. Right? So 0, 2, 0, negative 2. Which means from those points is where I'm going to draw my hyperbolas. Now, that's what my graph should look like. Okay? Now, every problem we do in the notes is going to be centered at 0, 0.
What if it's not centered?
There'll be one problem on the homework that will not be centered at 0, 0. And you will persevere and you will figure it out.
I'm alright.
You will use your brain and you'll think about a Q. Plus, there's also some formulas in the back I'll show you.
IDK, big black.
What's up?
Yeah. So do we just, we don't have to do any work, we just make this
I don't.
It's basically the same thing, just different.
It's basically the same thing except now we're shifting it over to wherever our center be.
So
Yeah,
it won't be hard.
it won't be difficult. It's really not that hard.
Good question, Jalen.
Thank you. Thanks.
Alright, and we'll talk a little bit about what we would do if it's not centered there anyway. Alright, I believe the next two are for you to do. The next two are for you. So, I'm gonna give you maybe about, how long do you need, a minute? For each problem?
This is day 6.
What do you mean, what day are we on?
This is day 6, right?
Day 6.
Where have you been, Quentin?
I'm not into
I'm
it.
gonna start calling you Billy, man.
Hey, look at this.
Alright.
No, you did not.
I did.
You
That's
crazy.
wrong.
Yeah, because I didn't see it make
Alright, hey guys, come on, let's go. If you're struggling with something. Alright, if you have questions, let me know.
Blueberry yogurt.
Oh, I don't care.
I'll show you, it's embarrassing.
Patrick, you are wired, man. You gotta relax.
You just say he's white?
Whoa! Wired!
What?
Whoa, Mr. E. Oh my god. You guys are ridiculous. You get other people in here, now you're all giddy or what?
I didn't like that. He kept staring at me.
Joke of the day, Quentin.
I got really.
Yo, Mr.
I saw you guys were talking to someone though.
Oh yeah, she was asking us about the post its, and then oh yeah, we made you look really good.
Mine's first.
She was like, when do you do the post its? I was like, so when our test averages are really low.
Which is true.
Mystery doesn't.
So every time,
look
because
at
Mystery doesn't know how to
So he
do
can look at obviously something wasn't working in the last unit, so he did.
What do you mean we don't do it when our test averages are low? We do it all the time when the test averages are
Plus
low.
deltas, we never do plus deltas.
We've done two, because we've only had 2 low test scores.
We made our favorite teacher look.
Wow. Alright, hey guys,
I agree to disagree on that one, though.
check! Check!
I didn't do that
Well,
yet.
thank you guys. What do you mean you didn't do that
I
yet?
did the second one first.
Oh, well you should have done the first one first.
We just skip the last page.
What? Guys, we have like, hey, these U2 problems, and then there's U try problems, these 2 of them, then there's one more, and then we're just gonna talk about that last page. That's all we're gonna do.
Oh, Mystery, and we talked about your YouTube channel.
Did you?
Yeah, I said he does it so whenever someone's gone, like they can go and look at it. He's a really great teacher.
Mystery, what are we going to do if they ask you about all these check marks that we have and everything?
What I think is
You have it, right? Are you using the camera?
I am.
Okay.
I'll be done in like 10 minutes, so.
What's the
So, we go 5 out of this. Square root of 1 is side, we go 5 up and down.
Not one squared.
So 3, so it's 3 on the X. It's 7.
You can work backwards.
Okay? That makes sense?
One. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, did you try that one?
Q.
Alright, you're getting stopped.
Hey! Yo! Hey, first one that I put up here, did we have any questions?
No.
Stretching? Or question?
How do you
Question.
know if -5 is not a
It doesn't matter. You listen either way. You can do 0, 5, 0, -5, or 0, -5, 0, 5.
That's the first time Billy's asked a question in class.
It's a really good question, by the way, Patrick.
I didn't say it wasn't a good question.
All right. Hey, any other questions on this problem? Shh. Hey. Any others? Okay.
It was 5 Why was it not 5
Because our 5 is underneath our y, right?
Oh yeah.
So we're going up and down 5. You're just checking it?
I was working on another one.
You are not. I walked right past you.
Over here.
You were chit-chatting. Alright, we're going to check the second one in about 30 seconds. Check the second one in about 30
Too
seconds.
late, I'm already done.
Alright.
Weird. Yeah.
One.
I think I did it right.
$20 to meet you, I will. For $1. You're rich, you can afford it. I'll hand sanitize my mouth and give you $20.
You're not worth 20, I'll give you 1.
$20.
The hardwood's the best way to do it.
$20 a hand sanitizer.
Chai Kangaroo.
20 if you do it to mystery.
Chai Kangaroo. Patrick, what's up? It's done.
You touched me, Miss Fanny.
Ticonderoga. Cadillac with
Y comes first.
Ticonderoga.
My dad.
I rang the bell. Yeah.
Just back and love Cadillac.
I'm gonna, hold on. Alright, hey! Guys, hey. Let's go wrap it in. Front. Check it.
Uh-oh.
Check it.
I thought it was funny.
We're going up and down 2. Hey, guys. Up and down 2 because 4 is under y squared. Take a square root. We're going up and down 2. 1 is under x squared, so we're going left and right 1.
Accidentally.
Dang. Right?
Wait.
4 is under y squared, so we're going up and down 2. 1 is under x squared. Left and right 1. Hey, guys, right? We need to pay attention to that. A lot of us I'm seeing are drawing our boxes incorrectly. It's under y squared. So I know I'm going up and down with whatever that number comes out to be. 2. Under x squared, so we're going left and right with it. Alright? Any questions on that? No questions. Alright, we have one more problem to think about. Equations will not always look so simple. Right? We talked about the ellipses. If it doesn't equal 1, you need to make it so it does equal 1. In this case, it equals 40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 40 on both sides. Right, this is that last problem on your paper you should all be writing down. Becomes 10 over 40. Right, x squared minus 8y squared over 40 equal to 1. 10 over 40 becomes 1 over 4. 8 over 40 becomes 1 over 5. If it doesn't equal 1, you need to get it to equal 1. Alright? Any questions?
No.
Alright. If you flip to the next page, it has all the formulas we've done, whether it's from last unit quadratics of parabolas, whether it's the start of this unit, talking about standard form of circles. Does it have general form on there too? We're not going to have to draw any parabolas, but there might be a problem. I guess I have to relook the test again, where it says, what type of shape is this? And parabola might be an option. Like where it gives you, but it'll give you the equation. It gives you the equation, it says what type of shape would this make?
Oh. Wait, so isn't that like the... Oh, yeah.
Oval.
Alright, hey guys, relax. Ellipses are on here, right? Centered at HK is on here. It shows you what to do if it's centered at HK compared to 0, 0. Same thing with hyperbolas. Centered at HK. So instead of just having 0A and 0 negative A, we're having HK plus A, HK minus A. Same thing if it was X value first. Right? It's showing you what to do. Because on the homework there's going to be one problem that's not centered at 0, 0. Okay? Any questions? Sweet.